Grand Theft Auto Online might just be, I'm pretty comfortable in saying it's one of the least beginner-friendly games out there. You get thrown in the deep end in a massive open world with a bunch of players that are probably gonna try and kill you, and you sort of just have to figure everything out for yourself. And with new players coming into GTA Online all of the time, you're gonna need some tips. So I've come up with about 20 tips. I think we might have just gone over 20, but around 20 tips that are gonna help you find your feet and hopefully become an expert in GTA Online. So if this video helps you out and you're new to the game, a thumbs up is always appreciated, and consider subscribing for more stuff like this. One of the first helpful tips I can give is how to spawn your vehicle quickly. Of course, the traditional way is to go into your phone and scroll all the way down to your mechanic, wait for the phone to ring, then scroll through and click the car you want, but that takes a while. A much faster way is to open up your interaction menu, which is M on PC. If you're on a PS4, just hold down the touchpad, and for Xbox players, I think you hold the back button. Once you're in that menu, scroll down to vehicles and just click request personal vehicle. This is going to save you a few seconds, which potentially could mean life or death if you're being chased by cops or players, so it's a good tip. Next up, this is a big map, okay, and it takes a long time to drive from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top, so if you need to get across the map, definitely try to get a helicopter or a plane. There's a lot of spawns across the map, but some of my favorite helicopter spawns are down here by this sort of dock area here. You just drive up and you can see there's a nice heli for us. Of course, aircraft will spawn at all of the runways across the map as well, so out here above the lake in Sandy Shores. Then of course you've got the main airport in Sandy Shores here. There's also a heli spawn over in the base on the right side of the map over here. And then of course LSIA, the main airport at the bottom of the map, is always going to have lots of aircraft spawns. I also find this spawn useful when I'm at the top of the map up in Paleto Bay next to this, I think it's a police station. So memorize these ones, and I'll put a map of all of the aircraft spawns on the screen now. Obviously, you're not going to remember all of those, so maybe just take like a screenshot of that map, and when you're stranded in the future and you need an aircraft really quick, just have a look at that one. But yes, these spawns are going to help you out a lot, man, so definitely try and memorize as many of these as possible. Two more really fast ways to get across the map is, well, teleporting. If you're stuck at the top of the map but you have a property down in the city, what you can do is open up your interaction menu again, change your spawn location to your apartment or wherever it is, then open up your menu and just find a new lobby. And once you load back in, you'll be at your new spawn point. The load screens can take a while sometimes, but it's still a lot faster than driving or flying all the way across the map. And another cool little teleportation technique is to accept an invite to someone else's business or apartment. When you're in an apartment or a business, you can actually just invite other players to come hang out with you through the interaction menu again. And once they accept that invite, it's going to teleport them straight to you inside that property, no matter where they are on the map. So again, that's another cool time saver if you quickly want to teleport to your friend. Let's get into some gameplay tips, and the first one you're going to want to know is how to steal cars faster. Whenever you see a parked car that you like on the side of the street, it's most likely going to be locked, and instead of going through the animation of breaking the glass, opening the door, and then hot wiring the car, what you can do instead is just shoot out the window as you're approaching the car, and that's going to speed up your animation because obviously your character doesn't need to break the window anymore. So again, this is going to save you a few seconds, which could mean life or death when you're trying to escape the cops. Speaking of the cops, when you get a 3-star wanted level, helicopters are going to start to spawn in as well. Now, you can try and shoot it down by just spraying it, or you can try and snipe out the pilot. That's always fun. But the easiest way to take out a helicopter in GTA Online is to just shoot out the back rotor. So you can see here, I'm spraying the body of this helicopter and nothing's happening. But with the next one here, I just put a mag into the back rotor blade and it's done. So that's a cool little tip. When it comes to buying vehicles as a beginner, the best tip I can give, other than watching my beginner vehicle video, is not to buy cars. And by that, I mean sports cars and supercars. Now, I know that GTA seems like it's a game where you drive around cool sports cars and supercars and race your friends, and it was like that. It used to be like that back in 2013. But now, with so much of the game taking place in free roam, sports and supercars are pretty much useless, unless of course you're doing races which just don't give you much money anymore. You add on top of that these cars are extremely expensive, yeah, they're really just not worth it. For most beginners, I recommend buying an armored car like the armored Kuruma first. It's only just over $500,000, which is cheap for GTA Online nowadays. And with the Kuruma, while you're inside, you're going to be almost completely bulletproof. There's also a lot of other free vehicles that you can make use of as well, so I definitely check that out and see if there's any that are free. If you want to know more about what vehicles to buy, check out my top 5 beginner vehicles video. That one should help you out a lot. When it comes to PvP and fighting other players as a beginner, my best advice, the best tip I can give is just to not go picking fights. Most players in the game now have crazy weapons and futuristic flying vehicles, so even if you see someone on the street that doesn't look like they have that much protection, if you start shooting them, or even if you kill them once, there's a good chance that they're going to call in one of these futuristic vehicles and just keep spawn killing you for the next 10 minutes straight just to get revenge. It is incredibly toxic, yeah, I agree, but that's just how GTA Online sort of works nowadays. So personally, I wouldn't go picking fights with other players until you have the right vehicles and you're a much higher level. The next tip, when it comes to pretty much anything in GTA Online, one of the best tips I can give is to not play solo. You definitely can play solo, okay? It's not impossible, but GTA Online was made to be played with friends, right? It is GTA Online. See, the fastest money-making methods are all meant to be done in groups. The most fun activities in the games are meant to be done with friends. This is just a friend-centric game. If you don't have anyone to play with, or you need help with anything in the game, we actually have a Discord server with almost 30,000 people from all platforms. So if you're stuck playing solo, go over there and find some friends. I'm sure you'll see in the comments below, there's going to be a lot of people that are saying how much the Discord has helped them, so I hope it helps you out as well. Let's talk about guns. The best guns in the game obviously aren't available from level 1, but you can still get some decent weapons to protect yourself and do missions and maybe even heists with. The first 2 guns I recommend getting at level 1 are the Special Carbine with an extended mag. This one's a decent full auto rifle. It's got a good fire rate and it does pretty decent damage for a level 1 weapon. It's pretty much the best automatic gun you're gonna get as a beginner. I'd also pick up a micro SMG as well, and honestly, this gun isn't anything special, like it's not fantastic, but what makes it great for low level players is that it's one of the only full auto guns that you can shoot while you're driving a vehicle. Because obviously you can't shoot an assault rifle while you're in a car, so pick up that one and pick up the Special Carbine as well to help you out in your first few levels of the game. Losing the cops can be tough sometimes. Even I still find losing the cops a bit difficult from time to time, especially when you don't have great vehicles or maybe they shoot your tires out. It can be tough. So the best place to go to lose the cops is absolutely the sewer tunnels. There's 2 entrances to the tunnels. The first one is over here next to the casino, and the other one is over here on the highway in the middle of the city. So I definitely memorize these entrances, and if you're ever stuck with a 5-star wanted level, just drive in here and the cops just won't follow you. So that's a really useful tip. Combat in Grand Theft Auto is a little bit different to most third-person shooters because health doesn't fully regenerate on its own. So healing yourself can be a little bit difficult. It's not just a one-button thing. You need to go into your interaction menu again, go to inventory, snacks, and then eat some snacks. I know, eating food is how you heal. It's whack, okay? To buy snacks, go to one of the convenience stores around the map. They're marked with this logo here. Go inside and stock up. The good thing is they're very cheap, so make sure to buy as many as you can. It really shouldn't affect you financially. Let's talk about the casino. The casino can be a really great way to either make a lot of money or lose a lot of money, okay? It's a casino, come on. So I'm not going to encourage you to go gamble your money. Personally, I don't like doing that. But what I am going to do is tell you to go spin the lucky wheel at the casino every single day. You can spin the wheel every 24 hours and you can win anything from something as trash as like a t-shirt to $50,000 cash, or even the podium vehicle, which could be worth millions of dollars. This is just something that you should do every time you log in because, you can win a car, come on. If you need quick money, the best way to do it in GTA Online is VIP missions, and you can register as a VIP through, you guessed it, the interaction menu. So go in there, click on Securo Serve and become a VIP. You will need to have $50,000 in your bank account to become a VIP. Also, if you have a CEO office, you're going to become a CEO instead of a VIP, but they both operate the exact same way, so don't worry about it. So go back into your interaction menu, click on Securo Serve, click on VIP or CEO Work, and then you can start up the missions. The two missions that you're going to want to do are Headhunter and Sightseer, because these are the fastest and they pay the most money. It's pretty simple. As you can see here, I did a Headhunter mission that only took a few minutes and I got $22,000 for it, so that's easy money. Just definitely do these. One of the best tips in the entire game is making use of the weekly bonuses. Every week in GTA Online, there's going to be something on sale, and there's going to be activities that are going to pay double or triple money that week. Making use of these is going to help you obviously earn a lot more money and also save a lot of money if you can buy stuff that's discounted. I upload a video every single week explaining the weekly bonuses and discounts, and there's a lot of other YouTubers that do that as well. So make sure to watch those videos every week if you want to make some easy money. And speaking of saving money, that's a very important tip. It's so easy to just go out of your way and waste money in GTA Online because simply there is just so much crap to buy. But that's what most of it is. It's crap. GTA Online is pretty much, I guess it's a video game version of real life in a lot of ways. By that, I mean you need money to make money, and you shouldn't go wasting your money on things like clothes and sports cars. Instead, you're going to want to save up for something like a business, which is going to help you earn millions and millions of dollars in the future. And then once you have those businesses and you're earning money, then you can buy all the dumb stuff you want. It's sort of just resisting the urge to get stuff now to get a lot more stuff in the future. It's real life sort of stuff. Speaking of businesses, my number one tip is just don't buy the document forgery office or the weed farm. Okay, these two businesses, I know they seem cool, but the profit compared to other businesses is actually really, really bad. And that leads us on to the next tip, which is do research before you buy any businesses. Because there are a lot of businesses in the game, and some of them are just clearly better than others. I've done a couple videos where I break down all of the businesses in the game and show the profits per hour on all of them. So if you want to make smart financial decisions, definitely check out a guide before you go on and buy a business. Trust me, I'm only saying that because I've made those mistakes. I bought a weed farm first, and it's one of the worst decisions I've ever made in the game. So definitely just do yourself a favor and check out a guide before you go and buy something. Once you get those businesses, there's two more tips that you should know. The first one is every in-game day, which is 48 minutes in real time, you're gonna have to pay your staff at your businesses. And this can add up. This can be pretty expensive. So to avoid having to pay that $10,000 or more every 48 minutes, what you can do is you can find a new session before that 48 minutes is up, and that's going to reset your timer. When I'm playing by myself, I try to find a new lobby about every half an hour so I don't have to spend money paying my staff. But it's up to you if you want to keep changing lobbies all the time. I know it can be annoying, but it is a pretty good way to save money. And the last tip I've got is how to make money while you're AFK. The passive businesses in GTA Online generate money in the background while you can do whatever you want. That's what makes them great, but they only generate money while you're actually online. So if you want them to generate money while you're not actually playing the game, you can't just stand still while you go to work or school or something, because you're going to get kicked for inactivity. So a cool workaround for this is to go to your apartment and let your character watch TV, or if you have a nightclub, you can go and watch your DJ live stream, because for whatever reason, while you're watching TV, the game's not going to kick you for inactivity. I know, we're getting into super nerdy territory in terms of making money. This is a bit of a weird thing to do, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get money sometimes. So there you go. I think that was about 21-ish beginner tips. Hopefully they help you find your feet in the game. And if they helped, you know what to do. It's greatly appreciated. And if you made it this far, make sure to subscribe for more stuff like this. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. On track, now we on way up. Double use as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up.